gets with Mike. I'm going to talk to Mike too, and make sure he understands. We're going to hold him accountable to making sure that lawsuit does happen. Because if it doesn't, that just tells her that she's got free reign to do what she wants to do, and she does not.
I think the speaker's very comfortable moving forward with the lawsuit.
Okay.
Now, whether that's filed this week or next, I don't know for sure, but I do know that they're working.
Okay. I just need Lee somehow to convey to Mike.
They talk every day.
But the people are not happy, and they really want this to happen. And then also, what about, besides the lawsuit, what's the lawsuit hope to accomplish? Just to basically strip her of her dictatorial powers, or what exactly is the purpose of it?
No, the lawsuit would challenge her ability to perpetually declare a state of emergency without legislative participation.
Okay.
The legislature, at least according to our reading of the law, after 28 days,
76, yeah.
Yep, the legislature has to extend the state of emergency. She can't do it unilaterally.
That's correct.
Thus, we wouldn't necessarily end a state of emergency, but we would partner with the governor moving forward to say, okay, what are you looking at? What's all your data that tells you we should continue this? And we would become active participants in that moving forward. If they agree, that the leaders agree with the governor that there should be a continuation of the state of emergency, fine. But we would actually have some say moving forward, and not necessarily as her doing it.
Yeah, and I get that.
So basically, it's a check on her authority to move forward perpetually the way she's reading the law without any legislative input.
Right. So I'd like to know. She went to Michigan State for her law degree, I believe. They should have flunked her. I can tell you that. I don't know how she even got out of there with a degree. But anyways, also, that's great. But also, too, a lot of the constituents of Lee Chatfield and a lot of just citizens in general in Michigan, okay, we don't believe there should be any kind of state of emergency, period, at all. Because there's no reason to have it. Did you see what the CDC did by chance just this last week with their numbers?
No.
They cut them in half.
In terms of cut the numbers
The deaths.
in half. Oh.
Okay.
So projected deaths?
No.
Just the deaths.
The deaths, because now the truth's finally coming out. The truth is people aren't really dying of COVID-19. Okay. It's all a facade made for people to believe that something is going on that's not really going on. And we understand that. We need to make sure that Lee Chatfield and Mike Shirky understand it as well, that we know what's going on. So a state of emergency for no reason, just to try to strip us of our rights, isn't going to work.
So I had a friend up in Elma.
And to crash the economy.
I had a friend up in Elma try to reopen her business yesterday, and the prosecuting attorney shut her down.
What was the business?
It's out of control.
A gym. Everybody's shut down. It's hurting us. The further legislators continue to handle, the more they're going to move civil disobedience to civil unrest.
Well, push back a little bit. We have not been pandering to the governor. We have been out there anything that she has done over the last couple of weeks in our estimation are things that we have pushed her to do. Whether it's the only reason she's talking about opening construction now next week is because we pushed her to do it, and frankly the public. The more the public moves in a certain direction, the more she's been responding to that. They just opened up a preventative health care now yesterday. So people that have been waiting for surgeries, transplants, etc., now they're able to move forward with that. We've been pushing that for 2 weeks. So she's moving in that direction, which is great, just not fast enough for our legislation.
When are we going to see a reopening plan? Is states have not only published the plans, but are enacted them. And we have heard nothing, not even a plan.
I can actually,
She's not listening to us.
Right.
We did put out a plan. She's not listening to us.
It's frustrating.
Very frustrating. Very frustrating for us.
and here's, I can help answer that question too. Well, as of April 30th at midnight, on May 1st, with no state of emergency, because the legislature has to authorize that. Technically, there is no state of emergency right now. I'm not going to listen to dictatorial power by a government who doesn't have the authority to even declare that for starters.
So this, let me just interrupt you.
Yeah.
This has never been tried or adjudicated, so the courts haven't ruled on this.
I understand. Okay.
So what she has done, in terms of her executive, another declaration, and continuing executive orders, continue until the judge or judges rule that that's not the case.
I understand that.
I understand your position too.
Okay,
I just
good.
don't want.
I understand the Constitution.
Yeah.
We need to appeal to conservative judges if there's any. And if it goes on,
I suspect that this
Supreme
will
Court.
go up to the Supreme Court, and hopefully rather soon, rather than later.
What's the holdup?
Well, we have to file a lawsuit first.
But, yeah, what's the holdup? He said not this week.
Mike Shirkey is the holdup.
Yeah, he said not this week.
He noted
Say
anything for this one.
Right. That seems,
Well, and that tells me he wants to pander to the governor. That's what that tells me. And Rhino, he's a Rhino. But that's neither here nor there. He could be a Democrat. When you step outside the confines of the law and you're not going by the Constitution, I mean, it's a problem. But besides that, I just wanted to make sure Lee
Sure, I'll communicate to
and Mike know that this second wave, we're not playing the second wave game. We're not playing this, try to put us under house arrest, try to infringe upon our rights anymore. It's out of hand. You got to understand there's different news sources besides just what they're being told. Okay. We do our research. We see what's going on. We do not agree with any of this. Okay.
What's your name?
Ryan,
Ryan. Where are you from, Ryan?
Ione County.
Okay.
We do not agree, and I'm speaking for thousands and thousands of Michiganders here, if not millions. Okay. So we just want people to know that we can't go down this path. When we start infringing upon people's rights, trying to tell a free man what he can and can't do because of some pandemic, okay, it just isn't going to work. That doesn't throw away our rights.
I got it.
can I ask, did you plan for a regional approach?
Well,
There were three things that we were asking. See if I can remember all three. It's been a couple weeks. We were asking, don't evaluate businesses and activities versus essential versus non-essential.
Safe versus
Safer,
unsafe.
unsafe. The other was a regional approach. Different regions. They already have a statewide different regions
Right.
based on other issues that they deal with. Because obviously 85% of the cases and deaths
Three
are
counties,
in
3 or 4 counties.
four counties
Four counties.
in southeast Michigan. So don't treat the UP the same way or other parts of Michigan the same way you're treating southeast Michigan.
And that's what other states are doing.
Right. And then third, there were actually a couple things we were asking, but we narrowed it down to one, which is already done now, is elective surgery, so preventative surgeries. I mean, we have numerous situations, and not just, sorry, I shouldn't just say surgeries, but opening up healthcare facilities in one general nature. We have numerous examples of one person who's dead, who's kidney transplant, who's waiting to be having
And those hospitals need that revenue as well. I mean, they need that revenue
Right,
to
right.
operate.
hospitals are trying to get paid for COVID-19.
They've lost a lot of their revenue.
They don't have anybody in there.
Right.
You have to
They need
wonder
that
if
revenue
they're
too.
laying off people. Healthcare
Right.
facilities are laying off people. That doesn't make sense.
Right. They need that revenue.
Makes sense to me.
And we need care.
And then we were pushing on things like instruction. are activities out there with open meetings. Those are the things that we were looking for. And we actually had several phases too.
And there's just been no response.
Right.
Her job interview is still going on. This is a long job interview.
Why
Did he
people?
just convene?
What's that?
Did he just convene?
Oh, there's session at noon, but it's no attendance, no voting, so nobody will be here. It's just a formality that we have to go through. There's probably some introduction necessary. Yeah.
So, and then I guess there's something else too. This mail-in voting.
Oh, the election
Yeah.
issue?
Mail-in voting.
I know.
That's
We're
not.
not
There's
happy.
no way. There's no way that'll. I mean, there was voting fraud down in Wayne County or Oakland County, whatever it was. And no one did anything about it. Okay, Mike Shirkey over here, just let it go. I mean, that's not okay. So, no one can trust a mail-in ballot. It's just not trustworthy at all.
Especially the same
You
day.
can't.
That's-
Yeah, same day registration too. Yeah.
Right.
That was just crazy that they voted that. Basically, it's not gonna go over our heads,
Okay.
and we can't just sit idly by and watch our rights get kicked in the nuts. It's not gonna happen. I don't want to be here. I'm here because I have to be here. So, but yeah. So
Well, I appreciate you guys coming down. I wish I had more concrete and better answers for you, but
Well, I just need one of these days. I'm gonna talk to Lee. So I'll stop in and try again. One of these days I'll get my
I'll
opportunity.
communicate your thoughts to him. I will.
Yeah. And one of these days I'm gonna talk to Mike Chatfield.
Chat. Turkey.
Or Circuit, sorry, Mike. I thought it sounded odd, but we gotta convey the message one way or another, and we gotta hold our legislature's feet to the fire.
Yep.
Because we're not gonna let it happen to us. Okay.
What about the
Just can't let it happen.
power or something like that? She was asking.
So we created a special committee to look into the whole state of emergency, state's response to it. That committee has authority to ask for administrative documents, etc. If they refuse, we can give that committee subpoena power to do that. She publicly said she's going to cooperate, so we haven't given the committee subpoena power yet. We may going forward if we find that they're not cooperating.
This is the last thing I want to mention before I'm on. But did you guys see what Mike Shirkey said about the protesters?
Something he said publicly?
Yes.
I don't know.
They call us jackasses. And he said that we used intimidation tactics and that we threatened harm.
I can't.
That's a lie.
And we're racist.
I
Don't get
can't.
racist.
And then we're
I
racist.
can't speak for
He's
Senator
not
Shirkey.
supposed to. He's
I'm
not.
just telling you guys
He
what he's
doesn't work
saying.
in his
Okay, I
office.
get that,
He's
but
not.
I can't
He
speak
doesn't
for him,
work.
but what I can say
I
as a
understand that.
speaker is that, yes, there were maybe some signs, maybe some things were said or done that he didn't agree with, but he said for the most part, the people that were out there, he didn't have a problem.
Well, that no one did anything wrong, period. So for him to sit over there and, I don't care if somebody has because there's a truck driving around that had a news thing from it, a message of Reggie Whitmer is what it was saying, basically. That's the First Amendment right, whether somebody likes it or not. And for him to come out and call us jackasses and saying that we were intimidating people purposely and threatening harm, that's indicating that we've committed a crime. That's a lie. And I'm just letting you guys know, so when he talks to Mike Shirkey, well, he said he talks to Mike Shirkey,
He does.
so I'm conveying that
That's
message.
okay.
So you can go down there, and tell Mike Shirkey that we don't really approve of that, and we're gonna have, I'm gonna talk to him about it when I see him, because I want some answers. So,
Well, we appreciate you guys coming in.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to
Hopefully
talk to us.
answer your questions and
what was your name again?
Scott.
Scott.
Humble. H-U-M-M-E-O. Scott Hummel.
I think more people were enraged, frustrated, or whatever, that nothing has been done by the state capitol police on women who were assaulted. And there's a lot of people enraged, and that's what they came in.
Not assaulted. Women are not assaulted.
Wendy was physically drugged from the bleacher
They
there.
entered the gallery against, the gallery was closed. They still entered, they refused to leave. We needed that gallery for our session because we have to space out our legislators according to the protocols. So the legislators are going to do that. They entered without permission, they stayed there without permission. They were asked to leave, they wouldn't leave. So that's when they decided they were sergeants. We're going to ask them to put them out and they that's our perspective.
Have you watched the tape?
Yes, I did.
It happens very quickly.
There was
You saw part of
multiple
what? You did not see it.
And I get that,
I shared the video.
but great big man, little skinny woman, that part is
They were
upsetting.
without permission. They stayed there
She
without
had
permission.
a press pass.
But she is not pressed. That area was closed. So that's just our perspective.
Right. I mean, the tape, you can hear he says, you need to leave. And she says, no, I have a press pass. And then boom, the action started. There wasn't even a 5-minute discussion. It was very quick.
What makes her not press?
She did not have permission to be there. I'm not saying she represents the media or not. Let's just leave it at that. We have a different perspective on what happened. Our sergeants do a great job. They didn't try to, they weren't assaulting her. They weren't, that's just my perspective.
Well, the one chick definitely got assaulted.
Showing
Thrown out onto the. That's hands-on. You know, they don't have any special privileges just because they got a red coat. You know, they got to be respected too.
And so do the people that are in the gallery. They were asked to.
I'm not saying that that's not the case. I understand that, but I can't make a judgment either way. Because it's not my call. But
Well, again, I appreciate you guys being down here. Hopefully we'll see some answers you want to see.
we'll be
Near
back.
future. In the near future.
Will you guys be in session tomorrow too? Or actual session?
No,
or is it just
probably,
gonna be
I think just committees are meeting tomorrow. There's a couple of committees that are meeting.
Thursday's vote.
Probably not. I'm just telling you where we are right now. We probably won't be in session till actual session
Till next week. Okay.
Next
Like kind of like today, they just introduced the bill
Yep,
and some.
yep.
That's
That'll probably happen tomorrow and Thursday this week.
What do you think about Michiganders contacting Lieutenant Parr and trying to get his
You guys,
nudging? Do you think it may be effective?
he had appointed actually an attorney from the Eastern.
Right, there's two.
Yep, and
Right.
one was from Michigan.
Right.
To look at whether or not
She's
individuals
overstepping.
constitutional, not just her, but other states too,
Right.
are
Overstepping.
overstepping their bounds and getting away from the school.
It certainly can't hurt
No.
to hear from us.
Is that the letter we saw from him about a week ago?
I did screenshot of his phone numbers.
Well, we're grown adults, and we know what we need to do and not do.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
We're not.
I'm with you
I'm
guys
just
on
not
that.
playing along with this COVID-19
People are,
anymore.
I probably shared one.
Thank you.
no problem. It's all right. I'm a nobody, so.
That's okay.
He's not a nobody. He's very important.
One of these days, Lee might want to talk to me. So.
You guys take care.
Good job. Good job. You guys have a good day. We're good. Have a good day. So basically,